Hey everybody, back again. I thought I'd do some Amberlynn Reid coverage since there is so much going on with her. A lot of things that Beck has, brought to light are quite disturbing and disgusting. So apparently, I don't know if this is going to last or whatever, but Amberlynn seems to have gone in hiding. So about 17 hours ago, she posted something on her community page, and I'd like to read it before I even react to this video. So this is how it goes. Hello. I feel it's important to be transparent with all of you. As many of you know, I've been dealing with the fallout from Beck, sharing personal details about our relationship, me, and spreading lies, exaggerating situations. It's been a tough time, and I've been doing my best to navigate through everything. I'm human, and sometimes my emotions, especially with BPD, here we go, excuses, whatever, Amberlynn, I'm sorry. That just, it blows my mind how she is not living in reality, and it's bizarre. Okay, back to this. So, especially with BBD, get the best of me. This whole situation is extremely heavy and unfair. Imagine this happening to you. What would you do? Well, first of all, I don't think it would happen to me because I wouldn't treat anybody like you treated Beck. So that would be an impossibility, Amberlynn. Okay, back to you. Let's see. I will no longer stay silent in a situation where I felt threatened to shut my mouth. With the disgusting things Beck has saying recently, I have lost any respect I had for them. I want to be very clear that this absolutely doesn't take away the accountability and apologies I have expressed already. What apologies? I haven't heard any apologies whatsoever. Those things still stand. All of these things can happen at once. Whatever. Here we go. Manipulation, that's what that is. Especially in a 5-year relationship that was extremely complex. Two people can be shitty at once. I was shitty. I listed out reasons why, but I wasn't all bad, and I will tell you one thing. Beck was never all good. One of the hardest parts of all of this has been the overwhelming amount of harassment I have received. The fact that I feel like I am being attacked and misunderstood by thousands feels awful, especially in a situation where I'm being truthful and vulnerable. Once again, the victim. This whole situation has validated that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how much proof I show, I will always be the villain. No, that's not necessarily true. The reason why you're the villain is because we watched this played out, Amberlynn, over a series of years, and thousands of people, whoever, hundreds, thousands, I don't know how many watched, saw you with the narcissistic abuse in real time. The stuff that you did towards Beck, we watched it as it happened. So, and what proof? You haven't shown any proof of anything, so whatever. I show screenshots that Beck is lying, and it still isn't good enough. While they get to say whatever they want, and it is automatically believed because anyone who is versus Amberlynn already gets a pass just for that. It's hard to keep pushing through when I feel belittled and dehumanized. This situation has left me feeling like a shell of a person because of everything that's been happening and the toll it's taking on my mental health. I've made the decision to step back from posting. I need time to focus on my well-being and to clear my mind. I don't know how long. I don't know what my next steps are. I just know that I need some space to breathe and focus on myself. I mean, literally, your entire channel, your entire life's existence on YouTube has been focusing on yourself. So go ahead. If you want to focus more on yourself, go right ahead. Nobody cares. Thank you to those who have shown kindness and support during this time. It truly means more than I can express. Thank you for not allowing Beck to taint your view of me because you know how to be nuanced. have critical thinking. Does she understand the term nuanced? I don't know why she's recently using that word. It's just very odd. Thank you for not allowing Beck to taint your view of me, because you know how to be nuanced, have critical thinking, and you know that there is a gray area in most situations. I'll be back when I'm ready. Love, Amberlynn. She's full of crap. She is so full of crap. It's unbelievable. Anyways, let's get into this bullshit.
Welcome to a new vlog. So today is March 4th, and we're going to start this vlog with an Amazon haul. So first things first, I got this really cool
Why don't
purse.
you get some of that Amazon money and pay Beck the money back that you owe?
So in the light, it actually changes color. So if like your phone has a flash on it, or like a...
Do you hear the dog? I brought him in because of the rain outside. Let me move. He sees me sitting at my desk. Let me go sit by the kennel because he will stop crying. Let me move over here. This dog, I have to sit by the kennel so he can literally see me. I cannot sit at my desk. Okay, you feel better now, Garibaldi? Okay. These dogs, like, have literal control.
Especially like in the sunlight, etc., etc. I will post a picture here. It is genuinely so neat looking. So I haven't even opened it yet. I did like take all of these things out of like the Amazon packages just so it's easier. So it does come with a long strap.
You know what? I didn't speed this up. I need to, because I can't. Okay, there you go.
So this brand is Love Book, and I am telling you, literally there's purses of every size, backpacks of every size, there's wallets. So now I'm just going to see how long the strap is for our bigger bodies, because I'm sure some of you know that like depending on like what size you are, some purses just don't feel right.
Because it's not just about being a bigger woman. It's about that you're morbidly obese, so that's probably why it's hard for you to find a purse that will fit you.
It actually fits perfectly.
It does not.
It's horrible. You can kind of see it actually just in my kitchen light. And then the next thing I got is my favorite mascara currently, which is the Surreal by Maybelline New York, the Falsies in the Blackest Black. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Also, I needed more eyeliner, and this is the one that I always use. A lot of people ask. It's the e.l.f. Eyeliner Liquid Expert in the color Jet Black. So I needed a bookmark because I don't have any. So I got this one. I thought it was so cute. It says "fuck off, I'm reading," and it's just this metal bookmark.
You don't read. You use Audible. Unless, are you like reading along with the book? Like, you know, remember how we used to do like in elementary school, the little read along things? Is that what you're doing? I guess. Go ahead.
There's a cutout heart and then a little like dingly heart on it. Last but not least, I needed a new makeup bag because I just get really bored and tired of the one that I use every
That's
single
exactly
day.
Right what she just said right there. She's bored and tired, so she buys money. Buys money. I'm losing my mind. She wastes money on useless crap. Like, why do you need another makeup bag? Number one, it's not like you go out and need to put makeup on. Like, what are you doing? Just wasting money? I mean, if you're gonna waste money, at least buy some Gucci, something. I don't know, some Fendi, something worth money.
So this is what the inside looks
instead of
like.
some fake
I like this one
LV.
because there's actually like sections in it. And I've been really wanting one like that. So super cute. I wanted the white one, but it was all sold out, which I know probably weird to hear me say because I wear black all the time, but the white one is also super adorable. So this is how hectic my makeup bag is right now. So I'm about to organize my new one. All right, so we have my makeup bag organized. Here we have all my like glitter stuff.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, that's a nice makeup bag. Looking at the inside of it, I don't like the print on the outside. I like how it's like it has the little sections for organization, but for me that makeup bag is too small for as much makeup as I have. Yes, it's a problem for me. I love makeup. I love to collect different makeup, so yeah. But I like beauty products. That's my favorite thing. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, if you have like a small collection, I guess, or travel.
Eyebrow stuff besides
maybe Foodie Beauty needs it for
this is just
traveling.
Like face stuff like blush, foundation, primer, etc. Here are all my eyeliners, and when it comes to the colorful eyeliners, I recommend NYX. NYX has the very best. Lipsticks are here. And
I don't wear
here we just
eyeliner.
have like a random nail polish that I
You know,
have. And
you know
then
what's funny too, now that I'm thinking about it, I like makeup. Like I have like the eyeshadow palettes and like all that sort of thing. But I found like the older that I've gotten, the less makeup that I wear. So like now, I mean, I only wear mascara if I'm going like out or something. But typically I wear maybe a little bit of concealer, some powder, blush, lip gloss, and that's about it. I don't know, the older you get, I don't know, I feel like you just don't need as much makeup because you look crazy. Like if you go out in the daytime and you look like you're going to the club, not a good look at 50.
my diamonds and my diamond glue is down here. So now everything is more organized. You guys, it is so windy here in Oklahoma right now. Like it's bad, and I hope it doesn't mess with my power because I have my live stream today. So fingers are crossed that everything goes good. I want to talk more. It's
I
a
heard that
little
was a hot
BPD
mess.
segment of my vlogs. So on top of doing EMDR therapy for it, I also am doing workbooks that was
EMDR
recommended to me.
therapy.
In my last vlog, I talked about
Isn't
the
that like
9
some type of cognitive therapy? Like with, I gotta look it up now. From what I remember reading, like with sound therapy or something like that, I believe. Or it's some type of something to do with sound and eye movement type of therapy. She's what is she do? Is she watching videos? Is that her therapy? Did somebody actually tell her that, or is this something she learned on TikTok? I'm assuming TikTok. She's never been diagnosed. At least that's what Beck said, and I tend to believe Beck.
criterias that are part of the BPD diagnosis and how you have to meet at least
Please.
5 of them. So within the 9, each one has its own like clusters and multitudes of symptoms and traits and characteristics. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys an example slash symptom or a thing that I deal with within each one of those things. Because as you
Please.
guys know,
Why?
I suffer with all 9 out of the 9
Who
listed in
said,
the criteria.
because you said so doesn't make it true. Just because you diagnosed yourself doesn't make it a fact. So go ahead with your little list because we all know it's bullshit.
Which is very unfortunate and it's hard to handle. So for each one, I do have a
The
multitude of
victim.
symptoms, and I'm not going to sit here and name off every single one. Like that is so much information, and also it's a lot of things that I'm embarrassed about. It's a lot of things that I
Why?
am ashamed about. I'm not ashamed of the BPD diagnosis, but I am ashamed of some of the things that I do and have done. So number 1 is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. So something I do with that, when I'm in a long distance relationship and I'm having an argument with my partner and they like hang up on me or they're ignoring my calls, I will literally frantically call them at least like 30 times in hopes that they will answer me. The best way I can describe it is like it's a
That doesn't sound like BPD. That sounds like a narcissist losing control. That's what that sounds like to me.
fire burning like urgency that I literally cannot control. Like I get super anxious and I'm scared. I feel like they hate me. They're never going to talk to me again. So I just frantically call, text.
Narcissist.
And I genuinely
100%.
look insane when I do it. So number 2 is a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idealization and devaluation. So this is something that you guys have actually noticed that I do is I will be in a relationship with someone and I'll come on here and I'll be like, they're so perfect. I have never loved
That is another narcissistic trait, and it's called love bombing. That's what narcissists do when they are with somebody new. They love them. They're the best. They're the greatest they've ever had. That all the bullshit. Love bombing. Another narcissist tactic.
someone as much as I love this person, like this is the best relationship I've ever been in. That's me idolizing them. But if they do one small thing that makes me question if they love me or makes me question their loyalty to me or if I can trust them or whatever it may be, instantly those feelings go away. And I
Exactly.
think, oh my God, like they hate me.
Narcissist.
So I really truly hate them in this moment. Everything is bad, and like all of the good just like completely vanishes. So that is what people call the black and white thinking. Number
Please.
3 is identity disturbance, which is markedly and persistently unstable self-image or sense of self. So something that you guys have actually noticed is I adopt people's personalities or behaviors or the way they speak. And
That's because you have probably histrionic personality disorder. That would be another narcissistic trait. Yeah, okay.
something
Not
like I genuinely
BPD.
cannot control.
At least in
Number
my
4,
opinion.
impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. For example, spending, sex,
And
substance
like I
abuse.
said, I'm not a medical professional. This is just based off of like stuff that I've read and my own experience of being in therapy for years, and just the things that I've learned, and also being with a narcissist. So that's it. Just my opinion.
reckless driving, binge eating, etc. So I actually never realized that the way that I eat and my eating issues could be due to having BPD, but it turns out it very well could be. Number 5 is reoccurrent suicidal.
And another thing, because she mentioned the eating disorder, that's could be due to a control issue, which would be another narcissistic trait, is your addiction to just having control of every situation.
Gestures or threats or self-mutilating behavior. So sometimes when I'm having like an actual full-fledged meltdown, I threaten suicide. I have suicidal ideation. I do want to make it very clear.
Once again, that's in order. When you are a narcissistic abuser, narcissist, and anybody that's been with a narcissist knows this is true. They do that as a means to control you, threaten to hurt themselves, threaten to whatever, just threaten you, and they threaten you into submission. That's literally what she's saying. This is not BPD. She's trying to label it as that. But like I said, those of you that have watched her over the years know exactly what she is. This video is manipulation. That's all it is.
Or do something to harm myself. But in that moment, during that meltdown, more than anything else in the world, because of the pain that I feel, because when you do a BPD, like the pain that you feel is literally overbearing. But because of that pain, I genuinely do not want to be alive anymore in that moment.
Please.
I have actually embarrassingly documented a moment of me having that before. It was during like 100 days of uploading. I think it was in like 2019 or 2020.
Was that the Chips Ahoy video that got flagged on TikTok where she was like crashing out, like fake crying over eating Chips Ahoy cookies? I believe that's what she's referring to. LOL. Okay.
Video of me expressing that I felt suicidal. I didn't say
Please.
those words completely.
You know,
but
it's
it was
so
how I was
sick
feeling
that
in the
she's on here doing this because she's trying to portray herself as the victim while all this washcloth on the sink corner and all that other stuff is going on. So she's trying to make herself look like the victim. Poor me, woe is me. Nobody's going to buy it. You're a piece of crap.
You guys couldn't see that in the video, but I was hurting. I was hurting
Please.
really bad. And a lot of people was calling me a liar, and in
'Cause you
return,
are.
it was actually just making me feel worse. Like,
Please.
this is hard for me to open up about, like extremely hard. And it's things that like I've always suffered with in private.
Give
I
me a
remember one of the
break.
first times that I actually expressed out loud my suicidal ideation. I was 15 years old and I actually was sent to a mental hospital. But again, I would never in a million years do anything to hurt myself. It's just in those moments, like during a meltdown, you hurt so bad that just seems like the best option.
You know,
So
it's really disgusting for me to watch this, knowing, you know, like I said, all the stuff that's going on, what Beck has revealed, and her trying to use suicide as some type of manipulation, like to portray herself as a victim, is disgusting for anybody who's actually lost somebody to suicide or has gone through this themselves. I know maybe one day I'll open up about it, but there's like, I don't feel it's the right time to open up about it. Maybe one day I will, but yeah, I just think it's completely disgusting that she's doing this.
in thought, and I don't want anyone to worry about me, please. Like, this is just another one of those symptoms that I suffer with. So number 6 is affective instability due to a marked reactivity of mood. So for example, intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety usually lasting a few hours and only rarely more than a few days. So this is very much like my mood swings, where something so small could happen, but I feel so strongly about it. So a good example of that would be if I send a long, sweet message to my partner saying like, I love you, I've been thinking about you, I miss you, like I can't wait to talk to you again, just whatever it may be, and like all they send back in response is love you too, that triggers something inside of me.
What that triggers is a narcissistic response of constantly wanting your ego to be rubbed out. Like, well, rubbed out is not the correct term. Well, your ego to be stroked constantly. And because if you send somebody a message like that and your ego does not get the response that it's craving at that moment, then you crash out. So that's all that is. Narc.
Hardcore, where I feel uncared for, I feel unloved, I feel
Please.
unappreciated, and it absolutely like sends me into this like
Unbelievable.
abandonment feeling, and I spiral. It leaves me anxious and worried, and sometimes it sends me into a meltdown, and sometimes like I'm genuinely just like frantically journaling about it. Number 7 is chronic feelings of emptiness. So that's pretty explanatory. Sometimes like I feel so lonely that I genuinely feel like I'm the last person.
You know what the chronic, that's why you're like 600 pounds, because you're trying to fill. I believe that one. I believe that she actually does have that does have those feelings genuinely. A lot of narcissists do. But she's trying to fill that with food. So yeah.
On Earth. So as I'm editing this, I'm realizing that I was way too vague with that answer. But for me, when I have chronic loneliness, which is quite frequently, it is heavy, it is painful, it sends me down major depressive episodes. Like, I can be in a room with 10 people and feel lonely. I can be in my room by myself and feel lonely.
You know why? Because you're a narcissist and you're not getting all the attention. You being in a room, probably what makes you feel depressed is that the 10 people in that room aren't praising you, aren't giving you attention. So in your world, you feel like they're treating you like shit and they're ignoring you and they don't like you and they don't want to have nothing to do with you. But in reality, they're just people in a room. But you think all eyes should be on you. You're weird.
Someone I love and feel lonely. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the loneliness like genuinely makes me feel like I am not loved by a single person on this planet, and I am not cared for by a single person on this planet.
I don't mean to be coming off mean or anything, but then again, maybe I kind of do. I don't feel sorry for her. She is a disgusting individual. Yeah, she's a horrible, horrible individual. Just the stuff that Beck has said, I can't even imagine. And I feel so bad, like I said before, that Beck doesn't have a mother to go to. I feel so bad for her. Like her mom had to go through this with her. And it's just, the whole situation is just horrible. Amberlynn, you're disgusting. Trying to play the victim. Gross.
A pretty bad depressive episode for sure.
Please.
Number 8 is inappropriate, intense anger or difficulty controlling anger. So for example, frequent displays of temper, constant anger, or reoccurrent physical fights. So for me, I'm not like a physically abusive person, but I have done some yelling. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? You can't be a physically abusive person because you can't even wipe your own ass. You use the corner of the sink. But if you could physically be mobile like that, you 100% would be an physically abusive individual.
If I felt uncared for or like not seen,
you probably have thrown things. I'm sure we'll hear stories about that. That you've probably thrown things at Beck because you did it to Destiny before, didn't you? So I'm pretty much sure. Can you imagine? Yeah, you probably did. Piece of crap.
Which is actually a BPD symptom. Sometimes it genuinely can lead to like loud yelling with like hysterical crying. So the last one, which is number 9, which is transient stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. So sometimes I feel completely detached like from myself and from my memories. So that's why sometimes I can share something from like my childhood that genuinely hurt me and I could seem like unbothered or I could like nervously laugh about it, while other times I could share the exact same story and cry about it. So those are just some examples of like...
She's so full of crap. She is so full of crap. She needs to be slapped.
The multitude, and I'm telling you, a multitude of things that I deal with that I didn't share.
She needs to be slapped with some good, hard, leather hardware gloves. You know, the kind that you get at Home Depot? Like worker man gloves. She needs to be slapped with those.
Like a few that I wanted to just like give you guys a little look into because I'm telling you this is a lot of information for me to absorb and for me to share. I'm a bit overwhelmed and I don't want to overwhelm anyone else, and I feel better sharing this part of me because all of these issues that I've had for so long, I've been like, what is wrong with me? What is happening? Finally, there was a name to it. And
what's wrong with you? And the name to it is called narcissism. That's what it is.
I was ashamed, and that's why I didn't tell you guys when I was first diagnosed, because I was like, what, are you joking
Nothing.
me? And slowly I've realized there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, yeah, I'm ashamed of some things I've done in the past, of course, and some things that I currently do. But like, I cannot show you guys that I'm improving unless I show you guys certain things that
You
I
haven't
have
improved.
done and
What have you
certain things that I
improved?
do, you know, a year or two down the line, be like, you guys, remember when I told you I did A, B, and C? I haven't done A, B, and C in 6 months. So I know as I do more of this workbook, there's going to be a lot
She
more
is so manipulative. It's disgusting. Like, I don't even like watching this. I don't like watching
topics
her.
of like more symptoms and more things like that. So I will share more of that when we get to those chapters. And I just want to say thank you guys for listening to me.
Could you please, please stop saying that you're Portuguese? You are not Portuguese. As someone who is actually Portuguese, my entire family, we do not claim you. So please stop saying it.
And for giving me a platform to share my story of having borderline personality disorder, because so many people do struggle.
Couple days later.
So the last time you guys saw me, it was
What is
actually
this?
on
What
the
are you
4th,
doing?
and today is the 6th. So after
First of all, nobody puts on foundation like that directly to the brush. I've never seen it. And not only that, that's the incorrect brush. That's not a foundation brush. What are you doing? Is that a troll? I don't know. Look at this. Come on.
I had my live
There's-
stream, my
The product,
members only live
the
stream.
product is
and
literally being absorbed into the brush. It's not even really going on her face. I don't even know what she's doing, but okay.
It was very emotional. I actually had to take about a 6-minute break because I was getting so anxious. Like, I was crying. I was actually about to hyperventilate. Like, I was getting the full body tremors, which is something that happens when I am overly anxious and my adrenaline is like really high.
I'm convinced that she's like drinking through these live streams, completely getting drunk or on something else. I don't know.
Pretty scary, actually. It was a much needed stream, and that's why I'm pretty sure
Please.
today I am going live publicly. But before I get into that, someone mentioned in my live stream that they don't like when I put clips from the members live stream and my vlogs because it's meant for them.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to listen to their wants
You know,
and
that's a
needs,
good
and
question, because when I watch her videos and then I see there would be like a long clip from the live stream that people, you know, pay to have like a private live stream, why would you do that? Like, why would people pay for that crap? I agree with whoever said that.
They're correct. It's weird to use my right hand because I'm left-handed. I don't know why I switched that. But so I will no longer be putting clips from my members' live streams in my videos. So if you guys just want to be a part of those, definitely join. From how I'm feeling today, and especially like the last couple of days, I think I'm going to start being more open for sure with just everything in my life. Today is supposed to be Thursday Weight Watchers weigh-in, but I
thought she was on that other crap.
So separated and detached from just life that I actually have not even been tracking on Weight Watchers. I know I should be, but I just haven't been. Doesn't mean I'm giving up or anything like that, so don't worry. I don't know, I've just been...
What do you mean giving up? I don't even think you've done anything. Like, what are you giving up on? You've been doing the same crap every day for years. Okay.
Really out of it.
You've never gotten on the wagon.
Sorry, the lighting in here is actually pretty dark because just last night, my light bulb
The way
went
she
out,
does her
and
makeup,
I already
unbelievable.
contacted maintenance because when these lights go out, they don't want you to change them. They want you to contact them so they can do it for you, which is pretty cool, I would say. So anyways, yes, I am going live publicly.
How is she
today,
doing her eyebrows?
tonight,
What in the name of all
and
that's
I am
holy?
extremely nervous about it because I know it's gonna be so many people at one time like coming at me. Not saying like everyone is going to be coming at me.
You know
in a
what she
negative
should
way,
do?
but
She should just completely shave her eyebrows off and then buy those eyebrow stickers, I think they are. Because I see people, I follow a few channels with some girls that have alopecia and they're completely bald and they use those stickers and they look like real eyebrows. They look really good. You should do those, Amberlynn. Since, I mean, your eyebrows are practically almost gone anyways, just shave them all off.
whether it's negative, positive, whatever it may be, it's just going to be a lot at once. And I am nervous for that, but I think I'm going to be able to handle it. I just really want to talk about things that I've never allowed myself to talk about. And that's what I mean when I say like I'm breaking my
So what
silence.
she's saying is she's going to talk crap about Beck is basically what she's saying. So she's going to, I can't wait for it, try to make Beck look bad, but I think that's a bad idea because that's going to backfire really bad because you are already in shit right now, literally the rag on the sink. But if you do that, man, that's going to be bad. Don't do it.
Will I regret
Don't do
this?
it.
I don't know. Do I need to do it for my own peace of mind? Yes.
The next day.
Hello, hello. So today
Oh,
is
look at
March
the
7th. I
outhouse
did
shirt.
not vlog anything else yesterday because I did a 3-hour live stream. It was a 3-hour live stream that was pretty intense, but I don't really want to talk about it in my vlog right now.
Wait a minute. Look at, there's the washcloths right there. The washcloths have made an appearance.
I kind of just want to like have a good day. My mom called me last night and she was like, "Do you want to go to bingo?" So I'm gonna go to bingo with her.
And what,
And
I bet you after all of this kind of like settles down a little bit, I don't even know if that's even going to be a possibility, but if this all settles down, she will never film, or the washcloths will be removed from the shelf. They won't be there anymore. I wonder if that's going to happen.
her fiance and also a friend of hers, so I'm excited for that. So if anyone's curious, the perfume that I'm wearing today,
no,
which
look at
I
that.
like
That's
have
a
no
lot
more.
of
I want to buy a
perfume,
full size of this because honestly I love it so much. It's called Another 13. I literally love it. But I'm gonna be getting rid of this
She doesn't
perfume
even buy
right
the
here.
good
This is
perfume,
actually
though.
a Shakira perfume, and I genuinely dislike it so much. And I low-key am not really a fan of Your Turn by Billie Eilish, and I'm also not a fan of Eilish 3, but I am gonna keep these just because I like how they look. I think they're cute. But this, the bottle's ugly, the smell's
Insane.
ugly. I think I'm done buying perfume without smelling it first.
I mean, yes, I guess someone would need all of that perfume, especially if you smell like the cheese from Taco Bell, and y'all know what I mean.
Alright, you guys, so I have been back from the good old bingo for a few hours now. I did not win. My stepdad did. I'm telling you, he has like the most luck at bingo. But that clip you guys just saw of me throwing away a bingo sheet was all of us trying to win $1,000. And we didn't, but someone else did. And I always believe that like when someone else wins, like especially like a really big chunk of money like that, then they are the ones. They are the chosen ones. Like the universe is like, they need this, they deserve this.
What is this? Camera died in the middle of my sentence. Oh.
Alright, you guys, so I haven't given you an update in a few days on my build. I am on step 285 out of 584, and this is how it is looking so far. It is
I mean, that's pretty
massive.
cool.
I'm
I'm not gonna talk shit about the Legos. I think that's like a cool hobby to have, but yeah, I don't know.
So huge. But yeah, it's like literally gigantic. So I have 2 chairs in here, and we're doing some
I can't do the
outside
Legos.
exterior.
I can't. Because of my ADHD, that makes me have an anxiety attack. Just looking at that, all of that, I would be so overwhelmed with the book and everything. I remember a long time ago, we bought Legos for my son, and it came like in a big box, and you open it and like there's the book. I was so overwhelmed. We ended up like giving it to a friend of ours because he didn't even play with it. But yeah, no, not good for me.
Alright, you guys, so I just edited this video so that I did not have an outro, so I'm here to say goodbye.
Okay, so that's the end of this crap. Yeah, you're still a piece of crap, and no matter how much you try to blame this on alleged mental illness or alleged PTSD or whatever lies you're gonna spill about Beck, because we're not gonna believe him, you're still a piece of crap. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.